Warning, this video contains real horror stories. It's not a work of fantasy or fiction. These are real stories with real people. If you get scared easily, please stop this video now. Viewer discretion is advised. Hi, so some background before the story starts. I just want to say, no, I do not drive for Uber anymore, and I never intend to go back to Uber. Um, I went back to school and I got a bachelor's degree in marketing and advertising, so I had no reason to go back to Uber. So let's get on to the story. So I was born in a small town in Germany. I lived with my parents. I was the only child. Now, I was really hating my life in Germany. I loved Germany, but what made my life hell was my terrible, terrible abusive parents. My mom wasn't that bad, just telling me stupid and retard and being verbally abusive and just telling me that like whatever has gone wrong in her life was just like all my fault. But my dad was easily 10, 50 times worse. He was very physically abusive. Now, it didn't start off that physical. It just started with, kind of like, just like slapping me on like the wrist though, or just like, like spanking me if I did something bad, or if like I broke something. Like if I broke a glass, like he would yell at me and spank me. Normal stuff is what I thought. But then it started to get kind of ridiculous, as in like I was just like sitting on my desk drawing or something though, and then he would like smack me at the backside of my head and tell me, "You're an asshole." And I was doing nothing but drawing like a car, a building, or computer, whatever it was. I didn't really know what I was supposed to be doing or what I was doing wrong. I was just drawing. And one time he was going to take me to see a magic show, which I actually loved. I love magic. I still do. I still love magic. But it's the first time I've ever seen a magic show like live in person, though. So I was really, really excited to go. So we went a Friday night. We got in his car, and everything was going fine until around like halfway through when we were a little bit late, which was fine. I mean, like shows in Germany start a little bit later than, start a little bit late. Like, like if a show starts like 8, it'll start around like 8:10, 8:15. It's normal in Germany, at least it was at the time. But he went to Wendy's, but he went, no, not Wendy's. He went to a fast food restaurant. I forgot what the name was, but I think, it had a lot of the same food as Wendy's though. And I asked him saying, "Hey, are we going to the magic show?" And he said, "I don't know." And I was like, whoa. I didn't say anything out loud, but I was like, wait a minute, what the fuck? In my head. But yeah, we got to the magic show. It was like already like almost like halfway through. We went in, he had the tickets, and the lady said, "Sorry, we can't let you in after the show started, but if you guys want to wait around for like 15 minutes though, during the intermission, we can get you guys in and you guys see the second half." And I wasn't really interested in seeing the second half necessarily, but I want to see the whole show though. But I just wanted to see some part of the show though, because this is the first time I've ever seen a live show. I've been to the movies a few times before though, but seeing a live show, never seen that before though. But I was so excited, so I didn't really care. But my dad wasn't happy, and usually he would argue with someone, but this time he didn't argue with anyone. He just sat down and said, "Yeah, something about that girl. Yeah, you see, like I'm hot. Like, we were like rushing in though, but as soon as like we were calm though, she might say like, hey, she might listen like a little bit like earlier. Yeah." Now, that's what I thought he said. I didn't really know. He was like mumbling because I found out that he was actually like high on drugs a few weeks later. And the abuse kept going though. He started pushing me into the car window for doing nothing, slamming me, trying to crush my head for not doing anything wrong. And you might say, well, you may think it's not wrong. No, I know it was not. I know it was nothing wrong because I told people exactly what happened, and they said, "Oh yeah, that was nothing wrong." So I know it was nothing wrong, but And I was in college at the time. My parents told me to move out because they just did not let me move out. They said I need to stay there until I graduate or until like I'm like 40 something or whatever the hell it was. Whatever it was, I didn't care. And I was going to school for engineering. I hated engineering though, but I did engineering because I knew that I could make some good money by being an engineer and move out of my parents and move far away from them, somewhere in southern Germany we used to live in northern Germany, but I was planning to move to like a really southern part of Germany, like as far as away I could get from them. Also staying in Germany because that's all I knew. I knew that there were like other countries though. All I spoke was Dutch, was German, you know. But in November of that year, the show was in May, but November of that year though I couldn't take it anymore. I was being abused verbally and physically abused every single day. I was getting super deep into depression. I just couldn't take it anymore. So I said, you know what, fuck it. Um, I packed up all my stuff and I moved to the U.S. for the first time. Never, ever been to the U.S. before. Never been outside of the country. Never been outside of Germany yet. I had no family, no friends, no one, except for one person in the U.S. So a mutual friend of mine. So one of my best friends, Zivi, who still lives in Germany, actually had a friend in the U.S. named Tom. Now, I didn't really know Tom, but because Tom has grown up with a similar situation in his life, his dad was verbally and physically abusive. He really wanted to help me. And he did speak some, not very good, but he was able to speak some Dutch though, and he offered to help me learn some English. So November in the morning, before my parents woke up, packed up all my bags, got the fuck out of Germany, and got on a plane straight to the U.S., straight to California. Now, I must say, I was very nervous, coming to a new country, not knowing the language, the culture, nothing. I didn't know anything, so I had to use a translator to help me through the immigration process. I got through the immigration process, no problem. That was fine. Um, and I was crashing out of the place for about like 3 weeks though, until I really wanted to get like a job. I didn't want to go to engineering though, but I asked him saying, "Hey, what kind of job can I do?" And he's like, "Well, I do have an extra car that I don't use. If you want, as a starting job, because to get like a really like nice job though, you would need to go back to college. But I don't think you want to do that. So would you like to go Ubering?" So I did. I went Ubering, and it was a really fun time. I really did enjoy Ubering, and I think I was pretty good. I had a really solid rating. I didn't really talk to that many people, but I just said like their name, but because I didn't really know English though, but I knew how to drive. I mean, I had a Germany license. I had a Germany license, driver's license, and I also because we drove on like the same side of the road as the U.S. though, we both drove on the right side of the road though. It was fine. It was easy to get a U.S. license, so I started Ubering, and I felt pretty good. I was able to get like a small apartment for me just outside of Sacramento, which is where I used to live. So I started Ubering though, and this happens about after about almost a year. I was in just driving Ubering, and this was one night. It was about a Thursday night in particular. It was about 11:30 at night, and I picked up this woman who was about 15, 20 years older than me. So I'm like a 5'4", 120, 130 pound girl. This girl was a little bit taller than me, but like a lot older though. And I picked her up, said, "Hey, how you doing?" "Good." And about 5 minutes after I was driving her home, she just started bawling and just crying and threatening to kill herself. And I pulled over in a parking lot, and I was like, whoa. First, hang on. I cannot speak very good English, though, so I'm sorry if I say something wrong there, but, like, what's going on? I need to know, like, what's going on, okay? I don't want you to kill yourself. What's going on? Saying, oh, my husband broke up with me, and my son just died. He's my only son. He just died, and I don't know what to do. I lost my job. I have nothing anymore. I said, I'm really, really sorry. Here, how about this? You come to the front seat. I'll try and cover you. I'll put on some music, and I'll walk you in. How about that? She said, thank you. So I was trying to cover her on the drive, the rest of the drive home, though. And once we got to her house, and I said, all right, let's walk you in. She said, thank you. And while we were walking, she broke off from me, took 2 steps forward, and pulled out a knife. And she started running towards me. Now, look, I'm a pretty fast. I used to be a runner. And she bolted towards me. I thought, oh my god, I knew it. She was such a fucking liar. That explains why she had a bunch of like lemons in her purse, because she was fake crying. Those were like lemons that she squirted in her eyes or something. Oh my god. I literally thought I was gonna die. She got so close to me until I almost, by accident, it was total accident, I tripped over something in her lawn and I fell to the ground, and she still had the knife though. She tripped over and she got right by my ear. Luckily she didn't though, but she face planted and she just like sat there, just like laid on the floor. I didn't really check to see if she was okay because I did not care. I just wanted to get the fuck out of there. I drove straight home to my apartment, took Uber off my phone. I deleted Uber off my phone, took off all the Uber stickers, all the airport stickers off my phone, and I went straight back to college to get my advertising and marketing bachelor's degree. And I'm so happy I did, because now I never need to take Uber or take another Uber ride or Uber driver gig ever again. Never do Uber. It's the fucking worst. The truth.